I'm willing to bet, I mean, not that I'm qualified, but it's got something to do with, because, you know, you can astral travel and you're supposed to have this like silver ribbon that connects to your body, and, you know, people do it through transcendental meditation, and even one of our friends, Kerim, I remember once he told me about reading a lot of books on how to do it, and you pull on a rope in your imagination to pull yourself out of your body. And one time it worked, and he sat up out of his body and looked around the room, and there was kind of like a bluish hue to everything.
Yeah.
A bluish hue, light just dancing off him. 2 for 1 at the farmer's market. I could feel it in my plums. Anyway, sorry. That's that Eastbound and Down.
My plums.
Okay.
Clip
Beautiful
that just goes on forever, but the
bluish
light's
hue.
just dancing off.
The
light
sun
just dancing off. They
just
got a bluish
dancing right
hue.
off of them.
What,
Just
sorry,
nice.
what is this from?
Getting ready to
Eastbound
take
and
them to
Down. They're
market.
these outtakes.
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, you know, it's got Will Ferrell and that other guy with the mullet. And it just was viral for a while, and back in 2011 or something like that.
Okay.
But the bluish hue always reminds me of that story of...
What does he say about the bluish hue again? Sorry, like, I was reading something midway through.
In Kerim's report, or in the Eastbound and Down outtake?
Did Kerim speak about a bluish hue?
Yeah, so when he sat
Well,
up...
because it's funny, because, I mean, part of the thing that I've left off that is a purple hue that I saw post...
Yeah, well, that's...
well, there was association with it.
Well, that...
I wrote a little, you know, rambling poem about it.
Right.
Or, you know, free
got that-
association.
Got that here for us to read now? Since you brought it
Sure.
up.
I mean, I do. I do.
I think the listeners would love to hear it.
Yeah, okay.
But I think definitely talk to Kerim about that if you still chat with him now and then, because he described it quite well. And he said he sort of flopped back down into his body because obviously it freaked him out a bit. And then, as far as I know, he didn't really tinker around with it.
What did he do? What was it? That substance did he?
No substance. No.
Oh, he was doing
he
meditation.
was actually just attempting
Okay.
using a technique. Wasn't even really a meditation that he picked up on the internet because he was interested in you know, traveling out of his body. And I think that's what a lot of shamans can do. Not, you know, that wasn't necessarily Kerim's goal to become a shaman or anything, as far as I know. But obviously we don't have that training in modern times as readily available or as like pop culture accepted. It's getting better now, you know. I mean, we talked about Aubrey Marcus last episode, and he's certainly one of those people that is a conduit into that world. You know, he likes to work with shamans when he does his ayahuasca retreats, and that's why we were going to bring up my journey to Peru at some point in this one as well.
Yeah, sorry. Let's definitely bring the...
Yeah, we'll get to
We'll
that.
definitely make sure we bring the focus back around to you.
I mean, you'd want to, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I mean, over here in Purple Land doesn't sound too fucking happy-go-lucky, does it? Getting very serious at the start of this one.
Yeah.
And that completely shattered my reality. And
antithesis
as I
of-
speak to you now, I still don't really know if you're there or not. But I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm getting on. Getting by.
Coping.
I'm coping. Well,
Do you want me to, shall I, am I going to read this for
Fuck
fun?
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
okay. All
I
right.
didn't
So
think
the-
you'd be able to find it. That's awesome. Please. So this is, just in case this ends up being a snip, so this is Byron Mackenzie, who wrote a poem after a hugely disassociating trip of some kind on a substance he still isn't sure of what it was, that left him feeling slightly disembodied in his day-to-day life. And this is the poem he wrote about.
Slightly disembodying.
And it just caused
Precipitating
a
a
lot
full
of
mental breakdown.
a lot of anxiety around that feeling. I mean,
Yeah,
if you were
yeah.
more comfortable with it, because it's just like, oh, that's just the thing.
No,
that
well,
happens.
maybe.
But
I
because
think
you don't
maybe.
know what it is, right? You've got all this
Yeah.
anxiety, like, I fucked my brain.
Well, yeah, that was it. It was the...
And maybe a shaman could just slap you on the back twice. Like, no, you just
Yeah.
do this. Bap, bap, and then shunk, you're back in your body. And
Well,
you'd be like,
right.
oh,
Yeah.
no biggie.
Yeah.
Who do you go to these days? Obviously,
when
you
you're
could
sitting
go-
in your...
Exactly. When you're sitting
alone in your
at your parents'
apartment
house
playing
playing Call of
Battlefield
Duty
2.
3 and fucking got mates that are just laughing at you, which is understandable. You know, they're trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
But you've got no answers for it. And you're an intelligent guy. Like, you'd be like, this is something,
Yeah.
and I'm all alone with this. That's hard.
Yeah.
And so this is the poem you wrote
Yeah, this is the plan.
at the time to capture this whole sort of...
Okay. Laying flat, closed, darkened, a profile appearing in the fore, an orange square with a crooked nose, a smile cut with a knife, crude, cartoonish, menacing. Its stationary pin-drop pupil follows my gaze. Rising, open, framed and encased, looking out, an imperceptible shift. obscured but by what was not clear. Stumbling, tripping, clutching at the merest semblance of coherence. Walking backward, turning out the doorway, leaving into the hall, passing the room, descending the stairs where I was sat on the lid and ruin first glimpsed. It's all turned out too short. The links are missing. Poison. How could this have been planned for? Poison, though. Or paranoia-ridden. Ruin. The others have arrived, opening and falling in, head at feet, looking up. I cannot understand their faces. They joke and laugh, but I wish they would. Moving faster now, and I'm not here anymore. Stopping along the way, I want to escape, but cannot keep from staying inside. Burst through. I've been here before. Straight to the back, mumble and garble, greetings. In the corner, again, laying flat, pushing my face into the gap. Coming to, emptying, clear. Turning to the night, sky bright with diffused lavender light. Still across the surface, a sheen remains.